stand here so you can get a clear shot.
How do you feel, Elizabeth?
I feel more exhilarated than I think I've ever felt in my whole life after any move I've ever done, and there have been a few thousand moves. This was the most mind-bending, paradigmatic shifting experience of my whole physical life.
Wow, and how did you get into this situation to begin with?
Well, I've been admiring and obsessed with Trisha Brown's work since I was a young choreographer in the early 70s. And you could say I ran around. I actually auditioned for her once. I tried to find her in many, many places, and every so often she'd glance behind herself and there I would be. But I've studied Trisha's work. I've seen, I'd say, everything she's ever done. And at this point, I'm 60, and Trisha said, "I think you're ready to walk down the wall."
No way.
And I was invited to walk down the wall.
That is fantastic. What kind of preparation did you do?
Well, a lot of sit-ups, a lot of back extensions, balancing on thin widths, about this thin, for as long as I could, to be able to make myself hold line while I was walking. I did a lot of mental preparation, thinking about this moment of tipping over.
Wow, so you knew about the whole dance preparation from before in the 70s, and then what does that feel like to be able to do it now, so many years later?
It feels that you're basically embodying the aura of a genius, the aura of a leader, of a conqueror, of a gladiator. And somehow, although I don't feel up to that challenge exactly, I was invited to come in, and sometimes they say in life, you know, just do it. And I will be forever changed because of the invitation and the doing of it.
What was going through your mind right before you went down?
Walking. Walk normal. This is Trisha's advice, to walk normal. And it is the most difficult thing. And in one fell swoop, I've been walking for 60 years. I really couldn't remember physically how to walk normal. I mean, think about how deconstructive that is. How, if you're going to talk about changing the verbs and the nouns and the objects and the adjectives of the sentence structure in physical terms, think about in one fell swoop, not remembering something that you do most of the time. And that's how I felt. I was trying to remember, but my memory was a little bit like an infant's when it first tries to walk.
So were you scared?
I don't use the word scared. I pay attention more deeply than that, and I want to be in the present tense, and I want to memorize every physical thing that happens, and there's not really a time to be scared.
How does it feel to have succeeded?
Oh, I never think of it like that, succeeded. I'd like to do it again. That's more how I feel. That I would like to get that information again.
Wow. That's fantastic. Is there anything else you'd like to add about Trisha? That she's here right by your side?
No. I know, it's hard to do. What Trisha has done choreographically, and of course I feel huge devotion to the field of dance, but I feel that there are very few people, Trisha is one in thousands, that are really changing the way a body can move, creating a new physical vocabulary. It would be like, I think it's equal to James Joyce when he first sent Ulysses around, and no one understood that type of English. This is a language that's going to alter everybody's questions and answers about dance for the next 2 centuries, in my opinion.
Congratulations. One last question is, there were so many people gathered around. So what do you think this does for the people onlookers? You know, what kind of inspiration or what kind of message can these people get that come to watch it?
Well, it's hard to get inside people's minds. I don't usually do that. You never know what experience people are having when they watch something physical. But I